You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Remember Senator Chuck Schumer when he criticized Congresswoman Maxine Waters for her comments criticizing Donald Trump? And him and Pelosi were attacking her and all this sort of different stuff. Well, Schumer now has some issues after what he said regarding two Supreme Court justices at a pro-choice rally. Henry, go to my iPad.
Taking away fundamental rights. I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind and you will pay the price.
Pay the price. Well, Republicans have not been too happy. Donald Trump has said that he should pay the price for those comments. Here's Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell criticizing Schumer on the floor of the Senate. Play.
To boo two of the associate justices, as though Supreme Court justices were professional athletes, and Senator Schumer were jeering from the stands. And then the senior senator from New York said this: I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you've released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you if you go forward with these awful decisions. End quote. Madam President, I'm not sure where to start.
Well, let's start with Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who joins us right now on the phone lines. Congresswoman, boy, they made you go through hell when you criticized Trump.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you very much. And I appreciate Schumer's advocacy and standing up for women. However, he has to understand when I stood up and I resisted this administration and I talked about not welcoming them in any of these places, that they should have understood what I was doing, and they should have been supporting me. They didn't support me, and now Schumer has got to understand what it feels like for him to be an advocate and be criticized and be told that he should not have said what he said. He should not have had the tone that he had. And, of course, that's what they were saying about me. And instead of joining them, he should have been supporting me. But he was right on the advocacy issue in standing up for women.
But what does this also say that, again, they chose to chastise you, but now they want support and cover when he now is catching hell?
Well, no, I mean, that's you described it accurately. And that is, he forgets what he said about me. He even went so far as to say un-American. I was shocked and I was surprised. But I think now he must understand that perhaps he went way too far in criticizing me, and that now he's on the ropes because he criticized two of the members of the United States Supreme Court, and now they are attacking him in the way that he attacked me.
And yeah, I mean, he went out there and he said, you know, don't harass political opponents. And so he goes on the floor and he's taking you to task. And in fact, even tried to suggest that you were inciting violence with your comments. And that is what also angered a lot of people when he did that, sort of this upbraiding. In fact, do this for me, guys. We're going to go to this. I want to pull this video up because, again, he said it, and I'm trying to understand, doesn't he understand that these things, what goes around comes around?
Yeah, and you broke up a little bit, except to say that there were a lot of people who came forward, and a lot of black women in particular, and they went so far as to meet with Nancy Pelosi to say, what are you guys doing? How is it that Maxine Waters is standing up for, democratic principles and calling out this administration, taking on the leadership to talk about why this president should be impeached, and you are basically attacking her or undermining her in her advocacy? People didn't understand that. But I think now Schumer perhaps gets it. He understands it because now he's in a position where he is being an advocate for women, which we all support, and he would never think that he would be attacked for having done that in the way that he did it to me.
And, of course, a lot of people out there may not remember what took place on the floor of the U.S. House. But, folks, Henry, go to my iPad.
Finally, Mr. President, a word on a different subject. Here in the Senate, we disagree with one another frequently and often fervently. I certainly do. Many of us disagree with the policies of the current administration. In a country as large and diverse as ours, politics has always been a noisy, raucous affair, probably even more so today. And that's okay. But we all have to remember to treat our fellow Americans, all of our fellow Americans, with the kind of civility and respect we expect will be afforded to us. I strongly disagree with those who advocate harassing folks if they don't agree with you. If you disagree with someone or something, stand up, make your voice heard, explain why you think they're wrong and why you're right. Make the argument, protest peacefully. If you disagree with a politician, organize your fellow citizens to action and vote them out of office. But no one should call for the harassment of political opponents.
Congresswoman, there are a lot of African Americans who don't like the double standard when you, Congressman Al Green, when Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Congresswoman from New York, when you see all of these people of color, black folks, Latinos, who are always being criticized and chastised by white Democratic leaders, they need to realize what happens when the shoe's on the other foot.
It is so obvious. I mean, it really does not take a Harvard scholar to understand the double standard. And so if Schumer takes a look at the words that he made about me and me being, I think he referenced un-American, and now understand that he basically was following the kind of leadership that I was given in resisting this administration, resisting a Supreme Court where you have members of the Supreme Court who obviously are puppets of the President of the United States. If he doesn't understand that what he's trying to say is basically what I was saying all along and what I was leading on all along, and now he's under attack the way that he attacked me, then if he doesn't get that, he really doesn't understand the fact that we should all be together in supporting each other. Because I did not threaten anybody. I simply said, you're not welcome. And now they're saying he's threatening members of the Supreme Court. And so what does he expect in the way of support for him when he didn't give it to me?
Well, Congresswoman Waters, you're always welcome on this show, so call anytime. We love having you on.
Thank you so much. Love you, Roland. Thank you.
I appreciate
Bye-bye.
it. Thanks a lot. All right, folks, back to that Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, so a lot of y'all always asking me about some of the pocket squares that I wear. Now, Robert don't have one on. Nope. Now, I don't particularly like the white pocket squares. I don't like even the silk ones. And so I was reading GQ magazine a number of years ago, and I saw this guy who had this pocket square here, and it looks like a flower. This is called a shibori pocket square. This is how the Japanese manipulate the fabric to create this sort of flower effect. So I'm going to take it out and then place it in my hand so you see what it looks like. And I said, man, this is pretty cool. And so I tracked down, it took me a year to find a company that did it. And so they make these about 47 different colors. And so I love them because, again, as men, we don't have many accessories to wear, so we don't have many options. And so this is really a pretty cool pocket square. Now, what I love about this here is you saw when it's in the pocket, it gives you that flower effect like that. But if I wanted to also, unlike because if I flip it and turn it over, it actually gives me a different type of texture. And so therefore it gives me a different look. So there you go. So if you actually want to get one of these Shibori pocket squares, we have them in 47 different colors. All you got to do is go to RolandSMartin.com/pocket squares. All right, so first of all, that graphic is way too small. So tomorrow we're going to run it right down here all across the screen. So it's RolandSMartin.com/pocket squares. All you got to do is go to my website and you can actually get this. Now, for those of you who are members of our Bring the Funk fan club, there's a discount for you to get our pocket squares. That's why you also got to be a part of our Bring the Funk fan club. And so that's what we want you to do. And so it's pretty cool. So if you want to jazz your look up, you can do that. In addition, y'all see me with some of the feather pocket squares. My sister, who's a designer, she actually makes these. They're all custom made. So when you also go to the website, you can also order one of the customized feather pocket squares right there at RolandSMartin.com/pocket squares. So please do so. And of course, it goes to support the show. And again, if you're a Bring the Funk fan club member, you get a discount. This is why you should join the fan club. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video. You want to check out Roland Martin Unfiltered? YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. See that name right there? Roland Martin Unfiltered. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so when we go live, you'll know it.